Welcome back to Faded. I could finally say that.
Yeah. You can. Oh wait. Yeah, we can say it. I haven't been saying it. I've been just saying welcome to Faded. But yeah, we can say welcome back. It is episode.
It is season 7, so I think
season 7, episode 1.
I hope this isn't the first, but if it is, welcome.
Yeah.
You should know these two characters you're gonna hear.
Yeah.
All right.
We are creating characters Mac and Charlie from your favorite sitcom and show, Sunny in Philadelphia.
Here at Faded, we make podcasts with little stories in them. Not little. We create stories. And
we scatter them throughout the podcast.
We scatter them throughout the podcast. They're enjoyable. You're gonna laugh. This one was a hoot. This one might be our funniest one ever.
Yeah, for sure. And you're gonna hear little snippets throughout the podcast. But we'll continue podcasting after this first intro. Cold open.
Enjoy.
Mac,
what are these? What are these cables here?
Dude, don't pull on that. That's a microphone. We speak into those things.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, we're here to make a podcast.
Awesome. What's a podcast?
Podcast is like we're basically just acting out like really cool characters, you know?
Ooh,
like,
I could be anybody from Hollywood?
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend to be like this really like straight buff dude, right?
And I'm gonna be gay.
Yes, exactly. You could be gay and I could be like this really buff dude who's like totally not into you, like definitely 100% definitely not into you at all, right?
Why do you keep looking at me like that?
I don't know. I'm not. Look, that's a piece of paper right there.
What is this? What is this? Oh, look. It says our topic is children watching.
Children watching?
Yeah.
Let me see that.
Wait,
Let me see that. Dude, this says bird watching. Our topic is bird watching?
That makes sense.
That makes sense? That does not make sense.
I know a couple things about birds.
No.
Yeah.
Dude,
did you know I studied aviation law?
There's got to be something that we could talk about. Better than bird watching, not bird watching.
Green.
Green?
That's a great topic.
That's not a topic.
A lot of people want to hear about green.
I swear to you, that's not a topic.
You know what I'm saying? I've talked to a lot of people, and they really like green.
Choose something else.
Markers. Yeah, you could draw with it.
Yeah.
You could eat it. You could sniff it.
Yeah, I know you like sniffing markers. That's probably why you came to this answer. There's got to be something else. I'm just not thinking of something cool.
Dude, I don't know what you're looking for, man. I'm trying to get here. I'm like hitting you with the spice and the fire, and this mother. He's just giving me this bull right now.
Fires? We could talk about wildfires. You know that Canada
wildfires?
Yes, that Canada wildfire that just happened.
Yeah, there was a lot of smoke.
A lot of smoke?
Yeah, this is great.
Yes.
You know, we could bring it to the markers as
well.
All
right, write that down. Write it down. I'll write it down because you don't know how to write. All right, we're going to 100% do wildfires.
Do you think we're going to get in trouble for this?
No. What's the worst that's going to happen?
Settle down, everyone. We're about to begin.
Welcome back, everybody, to Faded. 37 weeks ago, Horace and I set out to create a new type of podcast. You know, it started with segments and skit, but then quickly developed into the world that we call Camp Podcast. Camp Podcast is home to a bunch of characters that Horace and I created that are either people from our lives or segments of our lives or inspirations from shows and movies that we love. And it has everything. Our podcast not only has our beautiful voices, but also has music, homages, improv. We got it all, and we welcome you back to another episode. Horace, what do you think about that intro?
I think that intro was great, you know? Yeah, I did a great job writing it. You just read
Fuck you! What are you talking about, bro?
You just read the script like always.
No, that's not true. I improv that right there. Yo, you trying to take credit already, man.
Yeah, whatever.
Get out of here.
I'm Horace. This is Johan.
Hello.
Didn't say his name.
My name's Johan. My name's I.
Yeah. Welcome back to the podcast, guys. This should be episode 7, season 7 or whatever.
Season 7. Get it right.
Yeah.
All right. We're not episodes. We're seasons.
Of course.
And all of our seasons are eventually going to be our arcs.
Yeah.
Welcome back to our training arc.
Yeah. Yes, this is our training arc. Yeah.
It is.
Quick montages. That's what it should be.
It is, because we're doing a lot of script writing and all the music and improv and all that. It's a skill.
For sure.
Hollywood, for those on strike right now, your writers,
they're striking?
Yeah, the writers are on strike, and recently, the actors now joined the strike as well.
So they're looking for people.
No.
I'm here.
Hollywood.
I'm here.
Oh,
Hollywood.
what's up?
Hit me
This
up.
is my portfolio.
Yeah, literally. Projects I worked on. Bam.
Bam, baby.
Yes, sir. Camp Podcast.
Nah, this season's a lot about Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yes.
If you've seen the show before, then you'll know what the intro's from or the music. A hilarious show with a new season that just came out right now too.
That everyone should watch.
100%.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what's funny about this new season though is the fact that like they got very much more like aggressive.
Okay.
Before it was like they were kind of awkward, you know what I mean? Like especially like the first season, you know, the first episode where it's talking about the Charlie got hit on by that black girl.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then Mac was just like, "Yo, no, you should go." Or Dennis, was Dennis or Mac?
I don't know, man.
Either one of them were like,
Somebody.
"Yo, you should go talk to them." And he's like, "Oh, I don't know, this and this and that." Now they're burning down Chuck E. Cheese's.
Yeah.
Like, talk about the jump. Like, that's the only spoiler I'll give you guys, but.
Oh no, I can't help but when watching this, like just comparing it to the old episodes, and that's like how you take the fun out of it. You know, I love taking fun out of things.
You fucking Debbie Downer,
I
bro.
fucking suck.
I don't want to hear this.
But yeah, so it's a great season. I really like the Breaking Bad episode. I don't know. Everyone should definitely be watching this season.
100%.
Or Sunny in Philadelphia in general. One of my favorite shows, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the thing with Always Sunny, I think where all of its humor comes from is the fact that I'm pretty sure they're just feeding into their
Impulsive thoughts.
thank you into their impulsive thoughts. Like,
Yeah.
like if you really look at it, like how the fuck they write these scenes and scenarios, like it's the most wildest shit you could possibly think of, man.
For sure.
We should, if we are going to reference the show, I guess talk about the early seasons in case we're not spoil the new season. The new season's off limits. Everything else, you guys better watch the show. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. But what else has been going on, man?
My life.
Yeah.
Oh, my life. Let's see.
Sounds like nothing special at all.
Nothing special at all.
Just a
is
lot
happening
of
in my
dead
life
air.
It's a
lot of dead air. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I can start, man. My
Please.
life's been
Go ahead.
is starting to be pretty hectic and whatever. So I just got laid off recently from my job.
What? That's pretty casual. You just mentioned that very casually.
Super casual laid off. You know, it just happens to everybody. Fuck it, right? Anyways, I was working at this one startup. I'm not going to say the name because I signed a like disclosure agreement or something. I don't know.
You can't sue us.
They made me sign something. I
Yeah.
just skimmed it and I didn't read it fully. It was just like defamation clause or...
If this was South Park, you'd already be in a Human Centipede because you didn't read the terms
For
and conditions.
sure. But yeah, I didn't really read that stuff. But anyways, it was just a startup that went downhill, dude. They fired so many people. I got onto LinkedIn recently, right? And obviously I clicked the page, bro.
I gotta bleep it already.
Bleep that out.
I already bleeped it. This guy, you're slacking already.
Fuck, I'm already sued. I'm done. Anyways, I clicked on the page and bro, oh my god, the amount of people who are looking for jobs because they got fired. Bro, they fired the two best developers. The one who was before me and the one who got hired after me. The two best ones that everyone was always praising got fired. My project owner got fired. The literal designer who designed the application, who was there before I was, got fired. Bro, they literally had it was like, bro, when they, first of all, when they called me in, it was like two random people who I met, but we don't interact that much.
Yeah.
Bro, they looked depressed, bro. They were, literally, they called me in, they were just like, hey, yeah, can you turn on your camera? I'm just like, yeah, what's going on? And dude, they looked so sad, and I was just like, fuck,
oh,
yo.
shit.
They were just, because they knew they were gonna be like after me. They probably had talked to like two other people before me. They're just like, dang, how many more people are we gonna have to?
And
fire
right after
today?
that, they had to fire themselves too.
Yeah. It was just like, how many people are they gonna fire today? Anyways, like my team went down from like 11 people down to 5, and it's just like it was a complete shitstorm.
Dude, that is so, like, I need more information. Like,
I mean,
what?
that was the information, bro. Like, they legitimately, like, they just lost. First of all, one of the biggest investors for the team and also the one who manages all of the finances for the team left 2 weeks prior to that.
So the money's
right?
gone.
So, like, a lot of the money was gone, or, like, it was just being mismanaged after the guy who manages the money leaves. Like, who the fuck is managing the money? We don't have money to hire somebody to manage the money. So it's just like, yo,
dude,
like
what
the
happened,
guy who comes in
What
is probably
happened?
the guy who probably looks at the money is just like, yo, this is like fucked or something. Anyways, yeah. Honestly, I'm glad that I got out of it because I wanted a job hop anyways, but I was looking for like a reason to, I was just like, this is too good to be, like, I'm chilling so hard that I didn't need to, but now, like, I just got to do it. So yeah, that happened. I literally was at the gym yesterday and they called me at the weirdest times. Like, I got a call like halfway through my gym session, right? And I had to sit in my hot ass car without the AC on because the AC would have been, you would have heard the AC.
Yeah.
Right? And I was just sitting in that car for like a good 20 minutes doing this like weird interview, bro. And I was sweating my ass off. I left the gym 30 minutes in, and when I walked back into the gym, I was more sweaty. So like I was just sitting there because I was sitting in the hot ass car, right?
Yeah.
So I was just sitting there like, yo, this must be mad awkward because the people at the front desk are just like, what? He just left the gym, went on a run, and came back. Like, what?
That's pretty normal. Like,
I don't know. Is it normal?
That said it was
Because
pretty
I
bad.
was,
Yeah.
yeah.
That sounds pretty normal.
Yeah. So that happened.
Man.
Yeah, I'm just applying to a bunch of shit. I got this one offer for like this tax analyst, and I'm just like, what the fuck is a tax analyst?
I thought, is this a company to analyze, or you will become the tax analyst?
I would become the tax analyst.
You don't know shit about taxes.
I know, but like, they said, like, the guy was just like, yo, you're like the perfect fit. And I was just like, yo,
Liar.
man, I'm like down. Like,
Did you
I
even
don't
look
know.
at my resume?
Yeah, but like,
Do you see accounting on
no,
there?
the tax analyst is just gonna be looking through the numbers and making sure everything is like a tip-top shape and like working.
Okay.
And, like
All
the numbers are in the right place. I don't know. That's the thing. I don't like numbers that much, So it's just like.
Bro, at my company, I work closely with someone who like does
is
like
a tax
who runs
analyst?
no, they run the numbers for the company.
Yeah.
And they're just looking at Excel spreadsheets all day, and I'm like,
Is it
dude,
boring?
They look so boring, bro.
Okay, cool.
I know so much about computers.
Cool.
Toot my own horn here.
Yeah.
But when I look at Excel, that shit looks like hieroglyphics.
That's
to
the
me.
thing. What I like what I was doing before, which is just like playing with new applications, new features, new stuff. Like, I just like looking at new things. Numbers
Yeah.
are always gonna be the goddamn same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, whatever, bro. I don't want to look at that. I want to look at like, yo, I got this new feature. Check it out. I'm just like, say less. I'm the first to look at a cool feature. That's dope as hell, bro. Like, that's cool. Like, I don't want to look at no dumb numbers over and over. Like, get out of my face. Yeah. So yeah, screw that.
Hard pass, bro. You need to find something that's within your realm.
Yeah,
Like, stay
but,
within your realm.
They did pay. They were paid well, so it's just like.
Oh, and he says you're a good reporter.
Yeah. It's just like, do I really?
Yo,
like,
I might just take back what I just said right
do
now.
I take like a really big hit in like my fun in my life and just start doing some dumb tax numbers? But that's the thing. Then is my next job just gonna be more numbers?
Exactly. Yeah, I was gonna say, if you actually want to effectively job hop, you might want to stay
in my realm.
Stay in your realm, bro.
Yeah.
Because if not, you're just gonna be looking at numbers all day, and I'm just gonna laugh at you.
Yeah,
because that
for
sounds
sure.
horrible.
For sure. What else has been going on? Got a wedding to go to today. Close family friend. Again.
Another wedding,
Dude, Muslims get married like that. I'm not even joking.
How long?
Dude, everyone in 25 and under right now is like basically like they're just getting shipped, like married, bro. Married. There was a wedding last week too.
Yeah.
Dude, there's so many goddamn weddings going on. There's like 3 weddings going on today, by the way.
Horace texted me saying he has another wedding for today, and I was just like, dude, the more weddings you go to, the sooner yours is coming.
Oh, 100%, dude. There's like literally this wedding is happening. There's another wedding happening next month. Another close family friend. It's just like, dude, like, I don't know what happens. Like, all of a sudden, like, Muslims just go like, zip, I'm 23, marriage. Like, that's it. Like, it's just like full on, just bang, marriage. Like, that's it. Like, dude, almost everyone that I knew or like used to, because I used to be, I'm still a part of this group of Muslims called Young Muslims, and it literally like everyone who I knew there is basically shipped off and like I know at least 20 plus people who got married in the last 5 years.
Wow,
That's a lot.
I haven't been to one wedding.
That's nuts.
We're the same age. I
know.
haven't been to a single wedding.
Dude, Muslims, man, I don't know what to tell you. They got it
like
locked.
rabbits,
They
bro.
got it locked, bro. It's just like wedding. Like
wedding after wedding after
yeah,
wedding.
yeah.
Soon it's gonna be kids after kids after kids.
Dude, my friend's family, you could cut his name out, but you know, all three there's 3 people in his family, 3 siblings, all 3 of them same year.
Oh, they all got married
Same
the same
year, same fucking year,
Yo,
bro.
their wallets
2
must
years
be
ago.
empty. Isn't it like the groom's parents or that pay for the wedding or something like that?
It is
Or the groom or the bride's wedding, or the bride's family.
I think it's the bride's family who pays.
That
So
makes
2
sense.
brothers
Isn't
and
it
then
like
one-
you're like giving the daughter away so you pay for the wedding kind of thing, or
something like that? Maybe.
What's the thought process?
Yeah. I think that's what it is.
Some
or
shit like
something.
that.
Yeah.
Look, this is why we make podcasts. We don't host weddings.
Yeah,
so talk about
I don't
weddings.
host any goddamn weddings, bro. Keep
don't
me away.
ask us.
Yeah. But yeah, I think weddings are fun. It's just like whatever. Stuff happens. People get married. They get shipped off. Whatever.
Dude, no weddings this way, man. I went to a birthday party.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about this birthday party because this is my nephew's birthday party. He just turned 10.
Yeah.
He was so excited. But then, but right before we leave the house to go to his birthday party, the guy's on his phone walking down the stairs and trips down the stairs. He does a Sonic Hedgehog roll down the stairs.
Yeah.
And has 2 cartoonish, like, balloon-sized bulbs on his head.
No way.
Yeah, so I feel so bad for him because, he was so excited for his birthday party. We still went. He still got his presents. He still had a great time. But damn, dude, like I just looked around and I just saw this giant pup on his head. I was like, you good, Matthew?
No way.
Oh my God, I feel so bad. But,
that's the thing. He's a kid. He doesn't really care.
And I was like, you know what? This was a great birthday party, but I don't think the birthday party is what he's going to remember from his 10th birthday. Because at the birthday party, we got a gaming truck. That was super cool.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, fits 28 people. You could play like Smash and like
Damn,
Mario
what?
Kart and Injustice and had
Yeah.
an Xbox, a PS4. That was super dope.
Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah, 100%. If for my next birthday party, I'm having a gaming
You're
truck.
an adult.
Don't matter. The guy came for the gaming truck and he asked us, how many kids do you guys have? And I said, oh, there's going to be 4 kids, but can adults go in the truck too? He goes, oh, yeah, no, everyone can come in. I was like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to play too.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I love how parents are always just like, man, gaming is for kids. You're only saying that because gaming came out when we were kids.
They're just mad.
Like, when my parents were kids, gaming wasn't even a thing.
No.
It wasn't. Like, gaming wasn't a thing. They played sports or whatever, right?
They play, like, I don't know, dolls.
We are the first generation to play games, you know?
We're gamers.
Yeah. So, like, I'm pretty sure, like, when we're, like, 100 or whatever.
Who knows what they're
like,
playing?
Dude, everyone's going to be gaming. No one's going to say, oh, gaming's for kids, because everybody in every single age range is going to be gaming. Because
I'm 100% going to still play games when I'm older too, because there's studies that show those elderly who play video games, it's a mind puzzle. You know, it keeps the mind going. Like, you have to really think about the things that you're doing depending on the game, of course.
100%.
But it actually shows that it helps keep cognitive ability in your brain by playing video games. Fuck me, dude. Yo, I'm playing Minecraft.
Yo,
when
everyone
I'm 95.
hop on their video games, get
Yo.
your creative abilities and your cognitive reflexes up, and we'll see you for the next episode.
On to the next transition.
Yes, sir. As soon as that guy shows up, if he's a threat, I'm gonna take him right down. He won't know what's coming. Hit him right down on the knees, and then right there, choke him out. Take him right out of the picture. Just gotta wait for him to walk right through that door.
Hey, Mac.
Huh. Charlie, what are you doing here?
Coming to my cabin, my bed.
What?
Bed 13.
We're partners?
Yeah, of course we're partners. I registered us together. See, look at the
What do you
registration.
mean? What?
I put my name on first name, and I put your name on last name.
Dude, you just registered us as one person.
Wait, no. What are you talking
that means
about?
we have another partner.
Well,
coming
I'm first, and then you're last.
We have another partner coming in. And here I am letting my guard down. He could walk in any second.
Hey, my name is Glenn.
Dude,
I don't know who's this guy.
I don't know who this guy is.
Oh, no,
He's clearly our partner.
We gotta
kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still really isn't about the podcast that much. It's more like, this is all personal stuff.
Yeah.
So, it's on our mind, lessons we want to impart. Something that has to, at least something that has to do close to the theme of the podcast, but the theme of this podcast was just sunny. So.
Just sunny, really. Yeah.
What's really the theme?
Impulsive thoughts.
What'd you learn this week?
I
think I wrote down something.
I didn't write anything down about what I learned this week.
Really?
Trying to think about. Stress and time management. I could talk a lot about that, actually.
Stress and time management? I mean, let's do it.
Okay.
It's relatable. Anything relatable works, you know?
True. Horace, you know what I want to talk about right now?
What do you want to talk about, man?
Dude, what's on my mind right now is the fact that, like, I got a lot on my plate already.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a yes man.
I
got to stop being a yes man and stop saying yes to things that I don't really want to do.
Yeah.
Right now, I got, like, the podcast. I got a house to take care of, you know. I got work. I got a dog. Like, that alone should eat up a lot of your time. Mm-hmm. But I was even trying to do Spartan races and trying to come up with new ideas for the podcast. And I'm like, dude, there's so much I want to do, but it's being, like, cut in a knife between, like I'm just tired. I'll get home from work. Actually, you know what? I think we've already talked about this on the podcast, actually.
What do you mean?
I talked about how the fact that I come home from work and, like, I want to start working on these things, but, like, I'm just so unbelievably exhausted that I don't even want to do anything anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a solution... No, I don't have a solution. Never mind.
You don't have a solution to
I don't have
your
a solution
own problems,
to this. No,
man?
I don't. You know, that's why, I'm coming to you.
Okay.
I don't have a solution right now to all my time management issues.
I forgot what the book's title was. It was 7 Essential Habits for Successful Men or something.
Okay.
Right? And it's basically one of the main things or lessons that it imparted is basically prioritization, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you really have to prioritize and make the important stuff, you know, like what really is important to you that needs to take a priority, you know. And a lot of the times that means, you know, saying no to a lot of things other people say, you know, because you always have your own interests should always be above others at some type of capacity.
How do you
know?
balance that between, like, life though and the goals you want to set forth? Perfect example of this is my nephew's birthday party that just passed.
Yeah.
I really didn't want to spend too much time there and left a little early because I wanted to work on this.
Yeah.
Something I'm really passionate about, something I really want to work on.
Yeah.
But family is something that's super important to me, something that I love.
For sure. But that's the thing. Sometimes you're going to have to make those tough decisions. It was great because there was a talk about this at my mosque yesterday. And it was just like sometimes you, if you want to get that raise, right? If you want to get a raise for your job, you know, you might have to let go a little bit for your family, you know? And if you are looking to spend more time with your family, you might have to let go that raise for your job. You know, each human has that thing that they just need to do. And then I've been also seeing a lot of content around Michael Phelps and
I have seen those as well.
Yeah.
He was literally like every day swim.
Exactly.
Every holidays, weekends,
it
family
doesn't matter.
events.
Exactly.
Swim.
Yeah, he swims every single day because what he says is missing one day in swimming is equivalent to missing 2 days. Like is equivalent to just missing 2 days. So he never
It sets you back 2 days.
Yeah, it sets you back 2 days. So he's like he never misses a day for like 5 straight years, whatever. Plus, he's what shows like what his priority, you know.
Yeah.
He like really set his priorities straight, and he's just like, I need to swim every day. It's like impossible. So he did miss out on a lot of aspects of his life. It wasn't until he actually quit swimming that he got married and started like having his like kids and everything, spending more time with them. That's the whole reason he retired in the first place at 31, you know, like and like he put in that time early, but like and then afterwards he pretty much chilled. But you know, it comes at a cost, you know. A lot, like he
really
talked
does.
about his depression and his anxiety and whatever. But regardless, sometimes you need to just prioritize. Like I also see like a lot of these like motivational images, and it's just, one of them is just like it's okay to tell your friends that you're busy when that you just have to read a book. Like if you need to read this book and you like really like you feel like it's beneficial to you and your friends want to go out, sometimes it's okay to be like, yeah, hey man,
bro, you don't understand how many times I've done that already. And it's unfortunate because I'll tell them like, oh, I'm busy, I have to work on the podcast.
Yeah.
And many times they'll look at me like I'm crazy. Like really, man, you're going to miss out for this event? And I'm like, dude, I love you. But if at the end of the day, our interests as friends have to align to a certain extent, and that I don't mean to be mean that I'm missing your second birthday party, because you already had a first one, all right?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to the second one. I'm missing your second birthday party because I have things that I want to do myself. If you don't respect that, I'm sorry, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to apologize, and I'll make it up to you later, but if this is going to be a continuous problem, then I'm going to have to not be friends with you anymore.
Yeah.
And that's just a reality of life, that like that prioritization will come at the cost that you will make other people upset.
Yeah, for sure. Because
you have to just accept that.
It's a lot of just society nowadays, which is just a lot of people, they just like conforming or whatever, right? Like everybody everywhere, like, you know,
I fall into that habit all the fucking time.
Everybody has to buy the iPhone, everyone has to do this, but it's like when you finally start like carving your own path into a different direction, that you like finally start doing something that's meaningful to you instead of just being another NPC, you know? Like a main character never follows like the normal script of like these background characters, you know? Like they just literally don't. They always do like their own thing, and it's like completely different, and it's kind of what we're doing in the podcast.
100%.
Where I'm really not trying to do the same podcast as everybody else. I'm trying to really just do something different, because why do the same thing? It's been done to death. Like, it's literally been done to death, you know?
I don't want to make the same noises, man.
Exactly.
I want to make some new ones. And at the beginning, it's tough because you have no one behind you. It is a lonely road for a really long time.
For sure.
Like, do you know Daniel Mack, the guy who does a TikTok that says, "Hey, what do you do for a living?" And it's the guy, and it's the really nice cars.
Yeah,
He walks up to people.
For sure.
Did you know he was making YouTube videos 7 years before he popped off on TikTok doing those spits?
Really?
And like, think about that bit for a second. Hey, what do you do for a living? It seems so simple. Seems very easy. Anyone could pick up a phone and ask somebody, "Hey, what do you do for a living?"
Yeah.
But it blew up in virality. I don't think he would have been able to create something like that if he had only spent a year or a couple of months making videos beforehand.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's the same story for literally a bunch of different people on content creation world, in making music, in movies. It is years of loneliness
For sure.
until you find your voice that you really want to spread, and then you start to attract people, and then the sheeps eventually are like, wait, this guy might be onto something. Like, I kind of want to listen to this guy.
It's honestly a lot of people. A lot of reasons people even take so long to like pop off in the first place is because when they first start, like social media in general is just like they are just conforming. You know, like everyone's like Mr. Beast. It doesn't matter who like
In the
YouTuber is.
in the beginning,
they just started off making the same old gaming YouTube commentary that everybody was doing at the time. They all started on the same exact thing, you know, just straight up gaming YouTube channel with the commentary in the background because everybody was doing it.
You know what's funny, actually? That's actually like a super important step in growth. Like I read recently, or I was listening to recently, How to Steal Like an Artist.
Yeah.
You have to read that. Must.
Okay, How to Steal Like an Artist?
How to Steal Like an Artist.
Okay.
And he says like in the beginning, when you start any creative endeavor, you are going to just start by mimicking people that you love. Like in music, you're going to start by making cover bands.
Yeah.
You're going to start making like funny movies if you're a filmmaker that are literally ripoffs of what you love, because that's how you start to find what actually inspires you and what actually like builds your inspiration. Like if you love someone that you listen to, don't just take what they do. Take a step back and see who inspired them. What did they take from them earlier? And keep going back and back and back, and until you find roots of where their inspiration began from, and you can start to take from there as well.
Yeah.
Because like I love the saying, we stand on the shoulders of giants.
For sure.
It means so much to many different industries, and in the creative industry, it's like we create based on what people have created in the past, and we grow and we inspire from that direction. But in the beginning, it's straight just mimicking, copying. We literally are ripping off the music from Always Sunny in this podcast.
Hey man, no we're not. What are you talking about? Hell no. But yeah, back to that point that you had in the beginning, which is like basically just time prioritization. It's literally,
that's my thing.
Yeah, it's just like literally knowing what your goals are. When you write down your goals, like when anybody writes down their goals, it never ever maybe it is spend more time with friends friends and family, right? But like most of people's main goals is like to succeed or achieve something, you know, that could be like learning a new instrument or getting better at singing or creating a successful podcast. You know, it's always one of those things, and it's never really like, mine is to play 2 hours of video games with my friends every day, or like go out and eat out with my friends like that's really never always a goal, you know. Like I'm so like my list of goals is like so long, and if I like spend too much time with like other people, I'll literally never achieve like any of it, you know. And it's still hard to find time even when I'm not doing that, because I'm always like either procrastinating on other things in general, you know. But
I have a question for you. Do you feel like you might need to start crossing some things off of that goal list? Like,
what do you mean?
We only have so much time in this world. Like, are all those goals like aligned with one another?
Honestly, I want to add more goals.
Or is it like we going in completely different directions?
No, man, I want to add more goals, to be honest. You know, like it's kind of tough, but there's just some things obviously always need to take priority, but there's like just I have a lot of goals that are small and don't even take much time that I don't accomplish, like simply reading 30 minutes a day, you know, that takes 30 minutes, meditation, journaling, like those are just simple ones that I want to do every day. Like I also want to stretch every day, work out every day. That takes up a lot of time, just those things. And then outside of that, like I also want to get better at art, you know. I also want to get better at doing the podcast in general. But then there's like the learning side of things and the job side of things, where I also want to get better at coding and all of that. And it's just like it's possible to achieve all of those things. It is. Like that stuff, like if I put it in a timeline, right, I could fit it all in one day. Easy, you know? But the thing is, like, things always come up and just like can't block that time slot out. It's just like the next time slot, that's also blocked out because of something else that happened. But like if you stick to that for like a year, you know, like no one's gonna really hate you for it, right? Like people do it all the time. It's just like it's always like, you think you're so specifically me, like I think like my time is like so special, you know, that like I can't say no to this. I can't like stop doing this, but like it really like I really need to stick to this stuff, right? But it's hard to make it important to other people, you know. That's the hard thing. It's hard to show importance in your goals to other people. Like if I told somebody else like, hey man, I just really want to get good at art. Why? It's just like, I don't know, I just do. It's just like something
I've always been interested in.
Like
it'll be cool
at the end of the day, right? Most of your friends aren't going to be your friends in like 20 years, right? But guess what's going to stick around? That experience I have with art and that like fun that I have doing it, that like that hobby is always going to stick around if I really put my time and invest into it. It's always going to be there, right?
That is true. But I mean, like, that's why I feel like a lot of people say to keep your circles tight
for sure,
because it's like we don't have enough time in the world to pursue so many friendships and pursue some of our hobbies and dreams. Those hobbies and dreams are super important, but like life, like the most genuine aspects part about life is the interactions you have with other people.
For sure.
And that's why it's like you need to have some of that. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Don't go AWOL. Don't like, I'm cutting everybody off. I got to work on stretching every morning. Like I can't hang out and see Oppenheimer. No, you got to like, you actually have to find some time for some people in that mix, because like those are honestly a lot of the memories that you will remember. There are major moments in your hobbies and careers that will be great, but like human interactions, family interactions, like those are super important to me.
It'd be nice if we could do it all though, because a lot of those interactions end up just being so like we're just doing those interactions to just do interactions, but we end up doing nothing in the span of it, you know? Like we're going out to eat and then we're just going or we're playing a video game, but we're like, why can't we just hang out and all just do our goals, like to get like why can't
This is why I love this friendship right here.
Exactly.
We're hanging out and doing something
like,
at the same time.
Why can't I hang out just be like, I literally did this yesterday, like why can't we all just go to the gym together? Like why? And like, you know, we're still achieving our goals, but we're hanging out at the same time. Like why can't those be a mixed thing? Like if I like, let's say like I want to do an hour of art or an hour of reading every day, like why can't we just hang out and you do your thing? You know, what if yours is like learning the piano? What, you can't practice the piano while I read a book? Yeah, you can. Like it's like you can't practice the piano while I draw. We're still hanging out, but like now we're just achieving our goal. But it like never happens like that. It's always so like useless. Not useless, but like, you know, you're still hanging. But like
I know.
It could be more efficient. It could be a lot more efficient. We could still like get time for our habits and like or our goals or hobbies. You know, we could still like have time for that if we spent our time with our friend. Like, but it's just like that just never happens. You know, like people don't really like, even your best friends will never like fully show themselves, like they do their hobbies in secret or something. You know, which is weird. Like, why can't we like?
I have a bad habit of doing that. We're out of time.
Yeah.
So moving on to the next segment, but man, do I still have a lot to say.
Yeah. Okay.
Dude, what are you doing?
Trying to hit the ball.
Just hit the ball. It's not that hard.
It's just I'm more used to hitting bowling balls.
You do not hit bowling balls.
What do you mean I don't hit bowling balls?
You're so weak. Why
Have
would
you
ever hit a
seen me
bowling
play
ball?
tennis? I always hit bowling balls.
Dude, there's no way you hit it. You know what? Give it to me.
Nope.
Here, give me. I'm gonna try.
Okay, fine. See,
Oh shit! Run!
What? What?
We gotta run. Just run.
Okay,
Let's go.
I'm running. Why are we running?
It's those guys from earlier. They were asking about Glenn.
Glenn? Oh shit! Dude, do you think we're in trouble? I can't be in trouble, dude.
No. We're fine. It's
Do you know what they do to people like me in jail? I can't go to jail.
It's all right. I told him to go check his cabin. We're gonna be okay.
Good.
We're gonna be fine.
Wait, dude, where is his cabin? Dude, they're gonna come look. They're gonna find us. We're boned, dude. We're boned.
Well, that's not our cabin, is it?
That is our cabin. We're in that cabin. You don't understand? We've been partners. Oh my god.
Are they coming here?
Dude. Jesus Christ, man. Oh my god.
Yeah, start us off there, Horace, with that beautiful guitar you got over there.
When the life shows oyster. I can't.
Let me hear your best Randy Newman.
You know, the only reason I would want to play an instrument is because playing instruments are attractive.
Yes, I agree whole bajillion heartedly.
Bro, like imagine like you just like like you invite a girl over to your apartment and you just got like a piano. You play the piano? Yeah, and it's just like boom, bro.
You play her like old McDonald had a farm and she's like, oh my god, that's so good. Oh my
God
gosh.
damn. No,
He's talented.
no, because it's like you know, like it shows skill, you know, like you put your time into it and it's just like, and it sounds good too, so sometimes the melodies can like elicit emotions and stuff, you know, like
That's what I love about music. It's that fact that you can elicit emotion. There's something way better about listening to music live than it is like hearing it through the headphones or something.
For sure.
Like being there in person. Like,
Yeah.
You know who Jacob Collier is? He's
I've heard that name before.
He's a musician who's like a savant, like gifted
Yeah.
in music. He does this thing where in his concerts where he makes the audience into an instrument. The left side does one note, the right side does another note, and he plays with the audience. Bro, that must be electric to be a part of.
How does that even work? I don't even know how that would work.
He keeps it simple, and or this side's gonna go ah, and then they go ah, and they go oh, so he goes ah. Yeah,
Damn,
it's
wow.
so cool.
Yeah, that sounds
so
pretty cool.
I gotta show you a video of it later.
Okay, for sure.
But
Let's get into the transitions. What are they hearing today? What are they listening to?
you know what I'm saying? A little bit of that homage.
Homage.
So old Sonny.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be Charlie, and you're gonna be yours Mac.
I am Mac, for sure.
And there, listening back to it, I feel like there are moments where I was like, I could be a little bit more Charlie in this situation.
Nah,
you know, a little bit more disgusting. You know, a little bit more of a sloth who doesn't know really what he's doing, who doesn't really speak can't read or write.
No, I think
I got that. I got the read or write.
I think you did it well. So for this one specifically, last podcast, if you heard the last podcast, was super serious notes, right? We kind of like diluted it with no comedy whatsoever, trying to really, really hit home like our acting prowesses, like, you know, because like I feel like seriousness is like where actors really like show their emotions or whatever,
or at least where you can see it most clearly.
For sure,
their chopping chops.
Yeah, this one was specifically us working on improv. Like we're just doing.
Bro, we had
stuff.
a blast recording these transitions.
This one was tough. It was tough. We recorded it differently because we usually record in like monologues simply because we have all the lines written down. This time we like split up each scene into like 3 different acting points, and then we did like improv like differently every single time. And it's like it's hard on the brain to do. Like it's mentally exhausting than normal simply because you're just like. You're kind of coming up with it on the spot. Like the script was written with like specific like.
This wasn't even really a script, right?
Yeah.
Like, compared to your previous episodes,
For sure.
Your previous seasons, because those are literally like, all right, here's exactly what I'm gonna say. This was like vague bullet points. We're kind of get these kind of across. Let's have fun. With it.
Yeah, exactly. And to be honest, it came out pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna lie. It's a little bit more funnier than like our other ones. Like I don't know if it's because it's the sunny humor. I like the fact that we did choose 2 characters, specifically like choosing sunny characters that me and Johan know pretty well, simply because me and him could get into those characters pretty easily. John's been asking to play Charlie forever. By the way,
literally since the inception of
he's been asking.
I was like, you should write a Charlie character. I really want to do a Charlie character.
Mac was a little bit like.
I'm surprised
I feel like,
you didn't go Dennis.
Yeah.
I feel like you align closer to Dennis.
I 100% do. Like I do feel like more Dennis-y, but I could do Mac and Charlie. You know, I could kind of do anybody. It doesn't really matter for me.
I just want to be Charlie.
Yeah.
That's literally how did I start this episode off?
Yeah.
Yo, I feel like I could have been more Charlie.
Yeah. For sure. I don't know about that. Your Charlie was well.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Was done well.
I had a lot of fun with this improv episode. Obviously, Always Sunny in Philadelphia is also written that way as well. It's just loose bullet points, and they improv it until they get the scene that they like.
Yeah.
But I think it lends more to the comedy, so much more.
100%.
Because like writing comedy is a little difficult. But if we're kind of just riffing off like absurd ideas, it's easier to be absurd because I could just literally say whatever I want that's coming out of my head. I'm not saying that I love watching children.
Yeah.
But when we did that improv section, I was like, watching children was on the mind.
Yo, let's just say I was just like, just read something on there, and he instantly went to children watching, and it was like super like, whoa, man. I
think that was the most tamed attempt too.
Yeah, or whatever.
It went downhill after that.
Yeah, this one had a lot of bloopers for sure. Let's just talk a little bit more about the scenes. First scene was the cold. So we are specific. This one is kind of different. I feel like we should have done this earlier, but it's a good thing we're starting now. We're switching the intro, I guess, to cold opens, calling them cold opens at least. I feel like the intros are kind of going to be still the same.
Yeah,
we're just switching
a different name.
We're giving it a different name so that like mentally for me it like I could create it more differently. Like the intros are now called cold opens are going to be a little bit longer, and they're going to have a little bit more
context.
Like not just not context. It's gonna have, first of all, it's gonna start off the story, right? It's going to kind of tease the end of the story, right? That's kind of what cold opens do. Cold opens are like, hey, like all of this shit is happening. How the hell are they gonna solve it? You know, like cold opens in Modern Family is specifically like they show each separate family, and then each separate family is like little thing that they have to solve, you know, like they just show it real quick, and then you're just like, okay, so this family's gonna go through this family's gonna go through, and you just know it. And like in Sunny, the way they do it is more comedic. It's like they like just start off what the whole scenario for the scene is going to be, right? And then they're just like, and then they literally tell you what's gonna happen in the title card. Yeah, they're just like, they just go straight into the mortgage crisis, like or
gang tackles inflation,
or like Frank sets D on fire, like that's like, so you know
Frank shoots everyone,
or Frank shoots everyone, like you know that's going to happen. So like cold opens are have a little bit more substance to them, right? And knowing
it's a better term to use too, because like encompasses all of that you just mentioned right now. We're setting the stage, everyone, but also too, it's like these guys literally came from anywhere listening to whatever else they were listening to or watching whatever, and then they just happened to stumble on our podcast. We need them to get into our level, come to our wavelength for a second. I feel like that's what a cold open also does as well.
Yeah, sometimes cold opens for many shows, like especially like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, like their cold opens are the most watched clips that they have. Like that cold open that they had where like Jake Peralta was singing to all of those like inmates.
Yes, that was hilarious. Yeah, the perp was singing the I Want It That Way.
Yeah, exactly.
And perp number 1, please start singing I Want It That Way.
Exactly. So that is there still to this day their most watched scene. That was a cold open. You know, their cold opens are literally so like
news to me. That's
so yeah, cold opens are actually like really big. Like, you know, it's like I feel like our cold open should be the best because it's the start of the show. So like, why wouldn't you put your best scene in the beginning of the show? So yeah, we're using cold opens now, and it's going to be hopefully have a little bit more substance to them, and be a lot more comedic in the beginning.
That's the plan.
Yeah,
that's the fucking plan.
We're obviously missing monologues. You know, monologues will still stay where they are.
I don't know.
We missed monologues for the first two, for the last two.
That's interesting. You know what? That passed and didn't even. Like, I didn't even register it in my brain because I feel like it didn't need it. Like, especially in this episode, we did not need any monologues here.
Yeah, some episodes don't need monologues, but the other ones have like they just do need it. You know,
I think for definitely when we're talking about a more complicated subject, we'll definitely need a monologue.
Yeah,
but if we're really trying to aim humor, I don't know if monologue, unless like we have a hilarious monologue written.
Yeah,
but that's really
we had a Waterboy monologue.
We did, didn't we?
Yeah. And the monologue for the rivalry, the one last season, also didn't really matter that much, simply because, what do you call it? We started with the rivalry episode. And it just started on such a good note, you know? Yeah. It didn't really deserve it.
What about the other one? So now we move from cold opens to
the icebreakers.
To the icebreakers.
Yeah.
Icebreakers was...
Yeah, the icebreakers was nice. So the main punchline for the icebreakers is the whole name thing. What do you think? Do you think that was executed properly, or do you think if we had a little bit more time, we could have done it better?
I don't know. I thought we nailed it, but I think I'm a little biased because I've heard it many times. You know.
Okay.
So I think we nailed it.
Yeah. Hopefully people didn't miss it. Like it was the whole concept that.
Don't explain it.
No,
let's just work.
We need to explain it.
It doesn't make it funny anymore if you explain it.
They already heard it.
No, tell them to go back and listen to it.
Okay, go back and listen to it, and then come back to this because I'm gonna explain it. Okay, so basically Charlie goes.
This guy sucks,
so Charlie's just like he's Charlie.
Have a podcast with this
guy. When Mac, so the theory is that Mac would go up to him and be like, "Yo, sign us up for the podcast." So what he does is he just writes his name, his first name, and Mac's name, his last name. So they end up being one person, and that's why they're in the same cabin. But the fact that they're one person means that they have a partner, and that's why Glenn comes in, and it's just like this whole thing. Could it have been
a setup for the later episode?
Yeah, could it have been done better?
Yes.
If we were more, if we had more of our style, right? For sure.
I'm glad you brought this up.
Yes. So we've been talking about our style, like just general. Like we need we already have a style for our podcast. The way what we're doing right now, we have a structure. That's a style. There's a lot of specific originality already in this.
Yes.
Right.
But when we
need to get more nitty.
We're specifically talking about the transitions, the script writing, the sound editing. That is like we don't compare it to other podcasts. Obviously, we can't. We compare it to other movies and films and shows. And from there, we want to differentiate ourselves by having a unique style to ourselves. Like I like to always bring up this example. Like a Wes Anderson film is a Wes Anderson film.
Yeah.
A Billie Eilish song is a Billie Eilish song. And I don't need to explain it to you guys. You can hear it in your heads or see it in your heads why it is.
Yeah, and there's also like what do you call it? Not just that, like art in general, like drawing art. Like everyone has their own style. Like the guy who cut his ear off, right? Van Gogh. He has his own style, different from the guy who did Mona Lisa, Leonardo da Vinci or whatever, right?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah,
no, you got it right.
Who's Da Vinci?
Yeah, Da Vinci. It is. You're right. Da Vinci.
Who's DiCaprio?
The actor, Titanic.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, yeah. You know, they all have their own... You're the one who messed me up. I said it right the first time.
I thought you were kidding. Like, I was like, wait, does he really not know who Leonardo DiCaprio is?
Shut up. All right. Whatever. Anyways, but yeah, they have their own, like, you can literally tell they have their own styles. Like, some people are more abstract. Some people are more, like, grounded in realism. And it's just like, what are we? What are we doing?
Definitely.
Like, just now, we just had this talk about, like, bringing in different sounds, right? Like, why don't we start using like Minecraft sounds for things, and you might have heard like the Minecraft door. Like that's just one little thing, but like, you know, like that's what a style would be. It's like maybe right now we're like jumping back and forth into like so many different avenues, but like what makes our show or our podcast
sound unique.
Yeah, like I want it to be like you hear a scene and you're just like, wait, that's Johan and Horace's work.
Yeah.
You know, like you just hear it and you're just like instantly.
Yeah.
And that just reminds me, there's this actual specific tagline that you know the guy who made Happy. Pharrell Williams, his specific tagline or his thing that defines him from everybody else is in the first, like, he plays the same beat 4 times at the start of every one of his songs that he either produces or makes, right? So it'll go like, boom.
I think we have
boom,
the same YouTube
boom,
short recommendations.
Boom. Probably, yeah.
I've seen this as well.
I've seen this like years ago. Or something, like
I saw this recently, like
really?
like a week ago or something.
I saw it like a year ago. But anyways, it goes like boom, 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 or like whatever. Like, but he played, so like you instantly know it's a Pharrell Williams. That's more original than like Metro West or like
Metro Boomin wants some more.
Yeah, or like freaking what's that one fat guy's name?
DJ Khaled.
DJ Khaled.
Like,
you know, that's like their specific like.
That's
you know,
their tag. It's called the
their
tag.
tag.
In music, yeah, it's called the producer tag.
Yeah, but that's their tag, right? But Pharrell Williams is a lot more original.
You a fool for this one.
I like Pharrell Williams a lot more because he doesn't have to say his goddamn name, you know? And me and you need something that differentiates us, so me and you don't have to say, this is a Muhammad, this is a Horace and Johan production. Like, we don't need to say that, you know?
No.
Like,
what we want, or what we're currently debating is, like, something in the beginning to be ubiquitous to our podcast.
It doesn't need to be just in the beginning. I'm not saying just the beginning. That's music.
I know, yeah. You're talking about in general.
I'm talking in general.
I'm talking specifically in the beginning.
No, we don't need anything in the beginning.
I was like, dude, I think we should do something like a Netflix da-dum. You know what I'm saying? Something like you know, because like we're if we're a production studio, that's our production.
But we can't do it in front of
beginning.
every single scene.
No. I'm talking about just the beginning of our podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
But then Horace also brought up the idea of a song in the beginning.
Or a song.
And the song would also be super dope.
For sure.
We could even combine both of those ideas
styles.
Where the beginning
still,
of the song...
Yeah, but that's still like...
You're right.
I do still want a specific editing style and a specific scripting style that's different. Like, I want to be able to be like, hey, here's a really cool scene from Cars, right? Like, I want to use this scene, right? But the way that we use it is just so completely different.
Exactly.
That it's like...
It's transformative.
Better and like... It's just something about it is just different, and it's like super hard to like say what that is right now because it's like it hasn't been done, and it's like it's going to be completely original. But I want our method to just be like super sick and like
I think because we're conscious of it, it'll come with time.
Hopefully.
Like that whole Minecraft door thing was literally something that Harsh brought up just now while we were reviewing the transition.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, the style is going to come from within ourselves. We just have to find what we love. Yeah. And then when we find a moment to bring in what we love into that piece, we're like, fuck it, that was great. We're going to add it in, and then we're going to think about how we can continue to add that in moving forward. Yeah. Like our styles is going to come organically. Like there's literally no way we can come up with it right now.
Which is why right now we're doing none of our podcasts have been the same. We're literally doing everything right now, and we're like taking homages and stuff, but like eventually we're going to like
this is why it's called our training arc.
One day we're gonna really rain it down and like have one like specific thing, you know, and that's like music choices all gonna be like kind of like down to like one genre, and like all of this stuff is just going to be like very set in stone.
100%.
You know, or
100%.
maybe it's like
once that's finally set in stone is when we can actually, I think, where we really will see our true growth
100%.
Because we can begin to collaborate with others.
100%. Yeah.
And that's when their style has been solidified. Yeah, and it's clear we can.
Who knows how long that's gonna take? Because it could take years. It could take.
We're in the training arc,
months
man.
Or something.
We're doing the reps. We're doing the bicep curls.
Yeah. But anyways, we'll move on to the last scene. Hopefully, it's a good scene. I haven't heard it before.
It's amazing. Calm down, okay?
It better be, bro. I have high hopes for this scene.
You're gonna love this one.
I have such high hopes. Hey. Charlie, just grab everything that's essential. Just grab everything. We got it. I'm gonna grab it and just get out of here. All right? I'm grabbing my dumbbells. I don't even know what else can I freaking grab.
Come on, we gotta go. We gotta go.
What? Where did this fire come from?
I burned down the cabin. Wild card, bitch.
What? Oh my god! Oh my god! I gotta get out of here! Charlie, why would you do that?
Hey, now they can't say we killed Glenn.
Oh my god, Charlie! I should have just told you this for the. I didn't kill Glenn. Glenn's alive.
What do you mean Glenn's alive?
Yeah, Glenn's alive. I just turned out to be a pretty cool dude. I just ended up giving him your piggy bank and told him to come back next week.
You gave away my piggy bank?
Yeah, so you didn't need to burn down the cabin, is what I'm saying.
Dude.
We're gonna get in big trouble now. Now we're definitely getting in trouble. That sounds like a fire truck.
Should we go? Should we get out of here? Hang on, but hold up. Fire? Did he show up? No. Guess I'm going again.
We also created the emblem in the middle of this.
Okay.
And let's talk about a little bit about the most recent transition.
Okay.
That we just did.
Okay.
Anyways, everyone just heard probably the best transition
Damn right it is.
of this season.
Did you hear that comic scream in the middle?
That was the best part of the entire
Best
transition.
part, hands down.
Hopefully this was funny, like in general, you know. It's kind of hard saying what's funny, especially after like writing it and then acting it and then listening back to it. It's like,
I know it's funny because I laughed not only in the recording process, but I laughed in the editing process too.
Okay,
So
good.
I was laughing the whole time there.
Good.
So I know it's funny.
Yeah, I still have that same issue where I'm just like, I know it's going to happen, so I keep telling myself, and it's just like, I ruin it for myself every time, I swear. I ruin so many things for myself. It's whatever. But, it sounded good to me, you know?
Dude, this is I'm going to be happy to post this one.
Yeah.
But let's talk about that. Let's talk about what our what's it called?
Posting schedule?
Posting schedule. Yeah, how
posting in
schedule
general.
is like, yeah.
We might as well tell these people, we haven't really posted any of these. Like, you guys are gonna be hearing this.
They'll hear it. It's already weird.
Yeah, you guys are gonna be hearing it in such weird order. Yeah, we didn't start posting until like episode 7. Maybe we don't even post till episode 8. Who the fuck knows, dude?
You don't understand how many times I've talked about this podcast with people, and they're like, "Oh, so where can I listen to it?" And I'm like, well, you see, here's the problem.
It's gonna be crazy. Now they're gonna have like 7 hours of this podcast content after like, hopefully like next month or something. By the end of next month, like.
You know what? We could set up a bait right now. Listen, if you're listening to this right now, and I've recommended you to listen to it, and you've actually gotten to this point, thank you. But come up to me and say cheeseburgers with no context. If you come up to me and say cheeseburgers, that means you listen to all 7 episodes.
Perfect.
And you're a goat. You're a goat.
Hopefully these 7 episodes are like really like pop. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's always so much anxiety around like posting. Yeah. Are we even gonna get any like viewers, or like is anything even going to happen from this? Or are we just gonna keep on the same thing? Or is everything just gonna blow up and like all of a sudden we just drop everything and move to fucking LA? Like
we out here, guys.
Like somebody just, like we just instantly get a Spotify sponsorship. Yeah, we need you to post twice a week, and we're just like, fuck.
That's literally impossible.
Bro, if they think we have the most twice a week, we literally cannot do any. We literally are moving.
Yeah, we're
like
moving.
We're gone. Like
we need office space. Like this is a full-time job.
Yeah,
like we're gone. We're out of
dropping
here.
everything. But
no, that's not gonna happen, man.
That would be a dream, though. I wouldn't mind it. Like
I think it's definitely gonna blow up during our collaboration stage, not during our training arc.
Oh, fuck you, man.
Yeah, dude. We're gonna go on some deaf ears from the beginning, but I think it's when you really get the chance to listen to it where you really fall in love with it, man. It's gonna take time with it. And it's like, we're talking about hour-long content as well, that, you know, retention is one thing. Like, if you ask anybody who's making YouTube videos right now that you're making hour-long content, they're going to be like, oh my God, no, YouTube retention.
Yeah,
you're
but
not going
people
to like
listen
this.
to podcasts. People click on podcasts, listen to it for an hour on. Like, they know they're going to be listening for an hour.
Yeah, it's true.
It's not like people are clicking on podcasts being like, I'm just clicking
It's a secondary action. That's what I like to describe it as. It's a second. Yeah, you're mowing the lawn, you're feeding your dog, you're on a walk, like you're going to be listening to something.
Yeah, and then we got, that's also like, we have these 15-minute portions specifically. The whole reason we designed this podcast is for viewer retention. Like, the whole design of the podcast
I'm
is
still
just like,
shivering in my boots.
Yeah, like people have like weird, like they don't have any, like these most hour-long podcasts are just hour-long, you know, but now we're like kind of shortening down to like 15 minutes. So first of all, you guys don't even have to listen to the whole thing at every time. Like, you guys could take breaks because we legitimately have it designed to like, you know, yeah, you listen to half of it, maybe you come back later and it's just like we're talking about something completely different, so it's like you didn't miss anything, like, you know, like you don't have to remember, oh, what did they talk about earlier or whatever. It doesn't really we
don't do callbacks, bro. We just keep moving.
Hopefully hopefully works. That's how we want it to work out, so hopefully it works out like that. But yeah, straight up back into posting, like posting is always gonna be like is always tough, especially when you do it for the first time, right? Are we gonna get copyrighted?
That's really the big one of our big questions.
How is the YouTube going to work as well? Like posting podcasts on YouTube, like obviously we got like visuals and stuff that you have to work out, cover art, like the about and description stuff, like
all miscellaneous
I feel like
objects
that stuff
that you have
is
to spend some time
fun
on.
to do, but it's also like it gives you like so much anxiety that you just don't even want to do it yet. It's just like I'd rather just like not post at all, you know. It's just have it being done.
Yeah, no. The two of us are gonna have to sit down and like finalize all of it at once
for sure.
Because I think once we get over the hurdle of it's actually live, now the clock starts where it's weekly uploads consistently. And that's a whole different beast in itself.
For sure.
But we just got to get over that first hurdle. We pick a day next weekend. Next weekend is all of it's going live.
Yeah, next weekend. Let's do it. Posting.
Yeah.
Great. Not scared at all about posting.
I'm not at all. I'm actually super excited. I'm not nervous at all.
I do want it to like obviously nervous and excitement are kind of like the same emotion.
They are.
So it just depends on how you like want to think about it.
Completely left turn, but fun trick, a little tip for you guys. If you're ever nervous about something, start like screaming of joy and laughter. Like force yourself to do it, and that nervousness immediately turns to excitement.
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm trying. When you're on a roller coaster and you're freaking
like a
out,
crazy person.
Just go wee as loud as you can, and all of a sudden you're gonna start to enjoy the roller coaster.
Hell no, that doesn't work.
It works.
Bro.
It does.
What you should do is close your eyes and like pray to God.
What is that gonna do? What is this non-existent entity gonna do?
Speaking of like just a quick roller coaster segment, the one of like my friends, he was like deathly afraid of roller coasters. We got him on one. It was probably Nitro or something, and he like grabbed my arm so hard. He dug his nails into my arm, like as we were like going down, and then back up, and then every time there was like a drop, he would dig his nails even deeper, bro, like into my arm, and he was like had his eyes closed. He's like, bro, it was I don't know. One of the. I feel like if you for women out there, if you want to test if your man is really a man, take him on a roller coaster. Take him on a goddamn roller coaster.
See how he acts.
You should be borrowed into his arm, okay? Not the other way around. If this guy's scared of roller coasters or is like changing the subject, start questioning what you're doing, you know? Start going, who is this guy I'm with? Is this guy really a man?
Am I really gonna let this man fuck me if he can't even fucking go on a roller coaster?
Yeah, like
those are the important questions.
Bro, who cannot go, like, I swear. I love roller coasters. How about you?
No, they're all right. Anyway, post it.
You heard it here first. I'm more manly than Johan here.
We aim to post weekly.
For sure.
And that will be the goal. That's the goal. It's not we aim.
Hopefully these guys already know. These guys already know, man. They already saw our weekly schedule.
So, yeah, we also have, like, for those who don't know, like, we call them seasons for a reason because, like, each of these individual 15 segments are the episode.
15 seconds.
15 minutes are the episodes. And then they're obviously you're transitioning between episodes, why we call them transitions.
Yeah.
And each of these that you keep posted on Spotify are the seasons. And this whole collection of seasons is going to be an arc.
For sure.
So we're going to steal it straight from the anime because it sounds cool.
So there's a couple of different things we can post the way we have it set up. First of all, we could post each scene, each transition as its own short, right? Yeah. Then we could also post every transition together without the podcast.
Yes, as its own YouTube video.
On its own YouTube video.
Yeah.
Then we could also post the whole podcast in itself as its own
on
thing.
YouTube, Spotify,
but then we
Apple.
could also split up the first scene and the first podcast, the second scene, the second podcast, third scene, third podcast as its own thing. So like, there's all those things, but are these all are we posting this on the same YouTube, or are these going to be split into different YouTube channels, or
that's a really good question.
Like, you know, because we don't know what the best listening experience is. Like, since we are doing it this way, is it better if we do split up the podcast into 15-minute blah blah blahs and like call them episodes of a season? Because like that's the thing. I feel like we set up everything like. For YouTube, it's one way, right? But what's the best way to because we can easily make different YouTube channels and post them, and it doesn't matter because no one's gonna give a fuck, right? But like,
I think for our training arc,
yeah,
I think
we just do everything.
Like let's make different YouTube channels and post them in different formats.
Yeah,
so that we see which one excels through YouTube.
Yeah.
And then we see which one excels through Spotify.
Yeah.
Because I think it might vary, honestly. I think the long form content is going to thrive very much like organically on its own through Spotify, but through YouTube, I think a lot of those shorter clips are going to thrive a lot more.
Yeah.
And then we also have like TikTok and Instagram Reels that we also have to consider as well.
Yeah.
Like what's that going to look like? What are we going to be posting there?
I feel
it's
like
also going to be the transition.
Those are going to be like the last things
Yeah.
you start doing because those stuff needs like subtitles and like video. Like that is like so like the retention rates on those are like so shitty. And it's just like, do we start throwing like gaming videos like of like,
oh my god, no, we're not. We can't be those people. I'm not gonna have GTA races play on the background of our podcast.
Why not?
Or transitions.
Why not?
That's so like cool. It hurts.
It's dope.
We're just
dude.
playing into the algorithm. Like we're being sheeps again.
But that's what the fucking people need.
I don't care what they want or need.
We're using them, bro. This time we're not doing. They're not doing to us. We're doing it to them. Bro.
It's impossible, man.
That's the part I hate about social media and YouTube and like TikTok and stuff. It's all of those like the fact that thumbnails need to be like excited face. Like I hate that. Like the fact that a human being has to like fall down on his knees and like basically just suck a big old cock, bro. To
just to fund anything. Yeah.
Like it's like, bro, like you're not like that. It's just like, why do you gotta do that? Like it's tough. You know, I want to just do my own thing and have it work. You know, without having to do all that.
But you know what's the thing too is the fact that like if you ask, shout out to Colin and Samir on YouTube. They do a lot of amazing content, specifically around like the culture of creating content, and they interview all people who are creating the content, why they do it, in different platforms, etc., etc. But one of the sentiments that they were talking, one of the ideas that they were talking about is the fact that a lot of creators and viewers of YouTube right now feel like YouTube's stale because it all looks the same. Like when I open up my YouTube page, literally half the fucking images look exactly the same. Yeah. And it's exactly what you described. One person's face with an over like reaction clearly on their face and some absurd headline like, I spent $1 million on this. We stole this $1 million boat. And there's always like some monetary value as well associated on the fucking titles. It feels stale. Like I don't want to watch any of the videos.
Yeah, but it feels stale to us. You know, they're clearly doing it because it continues to work. Like
that's how they felt.
We are the outliers. It's really like these types of videos are so purposely like pushed towards like kids, bro. I swear. Like it's because it's like so habitual for them to see a video like this and just click on it.
Not just kids, bro.
It's 100%.
It's not just kids.
Not just kids, but like, you know, like
anyone 30 and younger,
I guess, you know. But like I don't click, like even when I see a Mr. Beast thumbnail, bro, I do not click on those videos anymore. Like I've not seen any of the latest Mr. Beast videos. I probably stopped watching Mr. Beast like months, simply because I see that like that thumbnail and that title and I'm just like, it's the same thing. Like it's just, I'm just gonna sit there and it's just gonna like nothing different's gonna happen. And it's just like,
see, I got the opposite effect. Every time I see a Mr. Beast thumbnail, I will click on it immediately and watch that video.
Bro. See, I'm not.
He's still growing. He is still.
I know he's still growing.
He's still growing, which
and he
is
probably makes great YouTube
His videos are amazing.
They 100% probably
It's the thumbnails. I'm sure you have much more of a problem with than the videos themselves. Well, you actually aren't even watching the videos, so you won't even know.
Fucking watch the videos.
But the videos are still amazing. It's just like kind of gaming the system and kind of started this culture. So Solid and Kamir.
Colin and Samir.
Colin and Samir like to describe it as the beastification of YouTube.
Oh, okay. I don't know, man.
But we can't fall into the habit. What we will need to do is we definitely are going to need to experiment and see what works with what we've already created.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to adhere to something, and eventually we'll move into something that's, I don't know if we'll ever move into something that sounds like beastified.
We're already doing something different. Let's just keep on.
Yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep
diversifying.
Yeah, and
continuously.
If by 100 years the two and I are still doing this and no one's still listening, I'm still happy with me, man. Because I'm having fun.
For sure.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean,
we're still having fun.
Me and you could just be sitting here at Haggy Hour watching like YouTube videos, like almost everybody else, like we're like just doing like, hey man, yo, you want to just hang out? Yeah, sure. What do you want to do? Play Smash for an hour?
Yeah, but turn on the
man.
mic so we can make it a podcast too. We start playing Smash and like, talk about like World Economic Forums.
Literally be doing something that not goal related, so at least we're doing something productive in it, and that's all that matters. Oh, we're so cool, man. We're so cool. Since we're running out of stuff to say, we won't bore you guys any longer.
What? No, we still have them for 1 minute.
Oh,
Bitch,
1 minute.
I'm drying this shit out.
All right, let's just ask them. What do they want to hear? Okay.
Yeah,
they just said they
want.
want.
No. Here's a question that we need to answer. How can they reach out to us?
How can they reach out to us?
Yeah.
You can reach out to us at Johan's private email. Johan Reyes, full name, 9@gmail.com. All right?
It's not my email address. So,
Oh,
yeah,
fuck.
go ahead. Respond to that if you want. No, but actually, like, genuinely.
Oh, yeah. Go to his house. It is on North Brunswick, New Jersey. What road is this?
I don't know. I'm not telling you. And I'm bleeping whatever you just said earlier.
Fuck. Just knock on his door, man.
Yeah, no, genuinely, guys, if you want to reach out to us, I think the best place for us to do that is, I think we mentioned Discord, right?
Probably going to make a Discord.
We will need to make something.
You'll know how to reach out to us because we're just gonna. By the time you see this episode, it'll be in the description or a link. It just hasn't been done yet. Future proof.
Look at the description, bitches.
Yeah, come on. All right, see ya. Bye.
Bye. Have fun with the.
Thanks for listening.
Peace.
I was not in that cabin. I did not set that fire. What's the name on that file there?
Nope, there was no way. I wasn't there. I was with my pet pig, Cornelius.
Workout type of guy. Do I look like I would go to a camp podcast? Come on, dude. Quit being a jabroni.
So the camp called me, said they had a rat problem?
Sure, I was there. Sure, you found some of my stuff in the fire. Sure, yeah, other people could say that I was there. You have witnesses proving that I was at the scene of the crime. But what does that actually mean? Nothing. Got nothing on me. I can't go to jail, man. You can't put me in jail. Dude, please. Please, it wasn't me, man.